we discuss till here various concepts from physics. Now we are switching over to chemistry part. Now you have knowledge of various things, and if not, we are discussing simultaneously. So some concepts I have to introduce again and again that we'll discuss in later phase. Now in case of chemistry, whatever topic we are going to discuss, that is the topic atomic structure. Now this topic is there in chemistry, this topic is there in physics also, because both physics and chemistry, they are actually having foundation in this atomic structure. So first we are discussing here with atomic structure. Now various attempts were made to find out what is the atom. Initially, say for example, what is the concept of atom? Why in case of chemistry I must study out atom in detail? That we are going to discuss first. Say for example, various objects are there. These objects, say for example, what whiteboard I am having. What is the whiteboard is made up of? Say my body is there. What is that body is made up of? What is this suit is made up of? And all that. We may say that this is made up of some polymer material. All right, but what is the meaning of polymer? Our body is made up of protein, carbohydrate, etc. But what is the meaning of protein? What is carbohydrate? And like that. Ultimately, we are having knowledge that all these things, whatever the polymer or whatever the wood, various stars or planets, satellites, all these are made up of smaller fundamental particles. And then by uniting that particle together, we are getting the substance. So what is that fundamental particle? In old days, there were doubt that really such particle is existing or not. In Greek ideology, some Democritus was there. He considered the concept of atom in their ideology. In India, the name of person is Aulukya. I am revising name of person, that is Aulukya. He put forward the concept of atom. Now there is a scripture that is called as Vaisheshika Darshan. I am revising name of that scripture in Sanskrit, that is called as Vaisheshik Darshan. That was given out by this Aulukya. What Aulukya says, this universe, whatever you are observing, this universe is manifestation of smaller particles. He called that as an atom. He said the concept Anu. Anu stands for atom. According to him, world is made up of, or this universe is made up of these all atoms. Atoms combine to give molecule, and so on. Some concepts were given by that. He was not believing in God. He was believing in atom rather. In Sanskrit, that small particle is also called as Kana. And so this Aulukya was entitled by people as Kanad. Now this is famous in history under the name of Kanad, but his original name is not Kanad. His original name is Aulukya. At time of death, people ask him, okay, now whatever the life is gone, that is all right. But at time of death also, please, you should take name of God. No, he says no. And he died by saying Pilavaha Pilavaha. That means molecule and atom, like that something. So this way, the concepts were developed by Kanad in India. Now, in various Indian scriptures, we are having clear-cut concepts again and again. That is the smallest particle, that is atom. But in Europe, there was doubt that whether this theory is correct or not. The Dalton is the person who was able to give scientific explanation about the atoms. And now it is accepted fact, because we are able to prove the presence of atom, not only atom, subatomic particles. That is, the particles present in atom, they are called as subatomic particles, and like that science developed out. Now I am not going in history at detail here, we are discussing here a scientific way, and so whatever the structure I want to tell, that I am able to I am trying to give you. Say whatever the material is made up of, that is made up of a substance that is called as a molecule. So when I am saying there is a plastic, there is a polymer, protein, lipid, carbohydrate, salt, all these are molecules. They are also called as compounds, but we are here calling as molecule. So try to get this vision first. Whatever my body is there, that is also made up of molecule. Your body, that is also made up of molecule. So everywhere here on earth, we are getting molecules, molecules and molecules. Whatever the atmosphere or air is there in between, that is also molecule. So you will get everywhere molecules. Now, if you carry out certain procedure, say for example heating out a molecule or carrying out electrolysis of molecule, carrying out any other chemical composition of molecule, then we are getting ultimate a fine piece that is not able to divide any further. Okay, something you will get abstract, we can check out whatever I want to tell here. So first thing I want to tell about a substance, a simple substance. We are calling this as calcium carbonate. You are aware, all right. If you are not aware, then try to keep in mind Ca stands for calcium, C stands for carbon, and O stands for oxygen. So this is CaCO3. Here calcium, one atom is there, carbon, one atom is there, and oxygen, 3 atoms are there. So you will get here calcium 1 atom, carbon 1 atom and oxygen 3 atom combined together. We are getting calcium carbonate. How we are writing out reaction? We are giving some symbols here. I am directly teaching you. So if you are heating out this triangle, that means heating. So if you are heating out this calcium carbonate, then after strong heating, say around 500 to 600 degrees Celsius, if you are heating out, you are getting a substance. This is called as calcium oxide, CaO, plus carbon dioxide. This arrow indicates gas. So this is coming out. So we are getting calcium 1 atom, oxygen 1 atom, carbon 1 atom, oxygen 3 atom. If you count out the number of atoms over here, calcium 1, carbon also 1, and oxygen 3 atoms. Check out 1 carbon, 1 calcium, 1 carbon and 3 oxygen. Here calculate calcium, we are getting 1. No other calcium is there. Carbon, check out only 1. Oxygen, check out 1 plus 2, that is 3. So left hand side and right hand side is balanced. Then I can call this equation as balance equation. In chemistry, writing equation is really important, and second, writing balance equation is more important. Now here we are getting calcium oxide. In this reaction, carbon dioxide is gas that will move out. So the way I am getting calcium oxide, suppose I am heating out it with very high temperature, then ultimately calcium will get separated and oxygen will also get separated. Now further, suppose I am heating out calcium in absence of air. We are heating out strongly, then nothing will happen. Only thing that calcium can melt, calcium can vaporize, till 6000 degrees Celsius calcium gas will be there. Like that we are getting only calcium. Further decomposition, you are aware of the word composition, that means to combine, decomposition, to separate out. So decomposition is not possible, then that substance we are calling as an element. So here calcium is considered as an element. Why? Because further decomposition of that substance by any method, say only heating is called as thermal decomposition. So only heating is not there. Apart from that, various other types of decomposition methods are also there. We'll check out. Say for example, we have sodium chloride. This is commonly called as common salt. So this is sodium chloride. As it is having no number, you can get idea that Na1 and Cl1. If we are making this type of arrangement, say this is a vessel where it should contain molten form of NaCl. Say I am not dissolving sodium chloride in water. We are melting out sodium chloride by heating out and adding out little bit impurity, so melting point will come down. And we are inserting out 2 electrodes over here. This is all schematically I am explaining. This is connected to a battery. This is symbol of battery. This is single cell. I am connecting out to battery. Then there is a key. Some voltmeter, ammeter like that is situated over here. I am connecting in series, therefore I am connecting out here with ammeter. Ammeter is there to measure electrical current. I am switching on the key. So current will start flowing here. This side is having positive. So when I am representing battery, the bigger line indicate positive and smaller line indicate negative terminal. So here I am getting negative terminal, here I am getting positive terminal. If this situation is there, then on this portion, that is the negative terminal, I am getting sodium metal deposited. And on positive terminal, I am getting chlorine gas that is coming out. This is called as electrolysis. Say, word is important. Electro, using electric current. Lysis means breakdown. So here we are getting electrolysis. And by this process, sodium chloride is converted into sodium plus chlorine. Now this way here, now it should be Cl2. But right now I am not mentioning this in order to avoid confusion. So we are getting sodium. Now if I am carrying out any other analysis on sodium, say strongly heating in absence of air or further electrolysis of sodium, it will not give anything, it will give only sodium, and that's why sodium is considered as considered as element. So this way calcium, sodium, like that different elements are there. Now you realize the difference between compound and element. From compound we can obtain element by decomposition method. Now I am having sodium metal. I am putting that sodium into chlorine. I will get sodium chloride again. Now sodium chloride is called as molecule. Whereas only sodium is there, we are calling that as an element. So first try to realize the concept, that is concept of molecule and concept of atom. So this way, by combination of atoms we are getting molecule. Now here calcium carbonate, how it is obtained? By combination of 1 atom of calcium, 1 atom of carbon and 3 atoms of oxygen. They are combined together, then we are getting molecule calcium carbonate. Have you observed calcium carbonate? Answer is yes. Many time in your life you must have observed calcium carbonate. Whatever chalk we are calling, that is calcium carbonate. Keep in mind, chalk initially we are getting calcium carbonate, that is a form of limestone only. Then nowadays whatever chalk we are having, said dustless chalk, they are not purely calcium carbonate, something is added in that. But otherwise only chalk, that is called as calcium carbonate. Actually something I heard the pronunciation of chalk. Try to write down spelling of chalk. Just check out what is the problem. If you observe, the spelling of chalk is this way. So in German they are pronouncing this as Kalk. So from Kalk, whatever element is obtained, that is calcium. From chalk, calcium obtained is something difficult, but from Kalk, the word is simple, that from Kalk, whatever element is obtained, that is calcium. From soda, whatever element is obtained, that is sodium. Try to recollect like that. So this way we are getting different salts, and from salts one can obtain different element. For example, chlorine. Chlorine is also name of an element which is obtained from sea salt. So in some Latin language they are calling as haloes, and the substance obtaining from these haloes, they are called as halogen. So that's why chlorine, bromine, iodine, they are called as halogen. Let us check out again the calcium, etc., that is obtained. So now you are aware what is molecule and what is atom. Now we are focusing on what is atomic structure. For that purpose, first I am teaching you atomic structure, and then we are going to discuss how atomic structure was found out. So first part we are discussing what is actually atomic structure. Sir J.J. Thomson, Sir Ernest Rutherford, Niels Bohr, and all other relevant scientists after that, they were able to get exact atomic structure. Not 100%, but assume to greater extent what is the exact atomic structure. This is not a single person's achievement. Initially some structure was assigned, again there were drawbacks, then second structure was proposed, again there were drawbacks, then third structure was proposed, and like that modified structures were proposed. And now today whatever structure we are accepting, that I am going to discuss you. Now keep in mind, first try to understand the concept. In case of atom, atom is made up of nucleus and electrons around it. Atoms are made up of proton, neutron and electron. So I am calling protons, neutrons and electrons as their fundamental particles or subatomic particles. I am revising: proton, neutron, electron, they are called as subatomic particles as they are present inside the atom. Now don't be under impression that atom is having some covering and inside that, no, there is no covering, nothing is there. Now check out what is exact atom. In case of atom, we are having a positively charged nucleus at center, whereas the electrons, they are having negative charge, they are revolving around it in various orbitals. Here I am showing only few orbitals. So like that the atom is there. I am not able to locate out electron. Electron is moving here and there with very high speed. Now this is only plane. Try to recollect. If I am showing electrons are moving like this, then it's all right. But practically speaking, electrons are moving like this also. They are making some sort of spherical object. So this is nucleus and electrons are moving all over around that. So this way the atomic structure is there. Now it is very clear for you that nucleus is there, nucleus is having positive charge, whereas electrons are moving around it in all possible direction like this in a fixed path. That fixed path is called as orbital. So there are no lines inside the nucleus, inside the atom, that electrons are following. This is just showing that electrons are following this path, and then by going by that path electrons are observed. So we are just showing here schematically what is atom. Now we are focusing on subatomic particles. In order to explain subatomic particle, certain things we have to consider. Now, in order to measure weight of subatomic particle, say there is weight of subatomic particle, in order to measure that we are using unit that is called as 1 atomic mass unit. Keep in mind kilogram, gram, etc. No, we are using unit that is called as atomic mass unit. What is 1 atomic mass unit? That is correspond to weight in terms of kilogram. We are going to find out, but right now just imagine there is connection, but right now I am not giving because it is much more calculative. So first we are going to discuss that we are using unit of weight, that is 1 atomic mass unit. Same way we are using charge in terms of electrostatic unit. So I am discussing here various particles first. So you are aware that there are protons, neutrons and electrons. Out of that I am exploring the first fundamental particle, that is proton. Proton is having +1 charge. Then proton is having mass as 1 AMU. You are aware that is 1 atomic mass unit. For general purpose, for detailed purpose, it is 1.0078 AMU. So here for general purpose we are considering 1, but for detailed purpose we are considering it is 1.0078 AMU. So protons are having charge as +1, mass as 1 AMU, detailed purpose 1.0078. Now protons are characteristic of an atom. Number of proton determine which atom it is. Say for example, if 1 proton is present, we are calling that atom as hydrogen. If 2 protons are present, we are calling that as helium. If 3 protons are there, we are calling that as lithium. If 4 protons are there, we are calling that as beryllium, and so on. So this number of proton, that is called as Z, that as atomic number. So Z stands for atomic number. So first fundamental particle we are discussing out, that is proton, which is having charge as +1, mass for general purpose 1 atomic mass unit, for detail it is 1.0078 atomic mass unit, whereas Z, that is atomic number, that is number of protons present in any atom. Where we find proton, protons are situated in the nucleus of an atom. So position of proton, that is in the nucleus of an atom. Now second fundamental particle we are discussing out, that is electron. It is usually denoted by letter E and giving sign symbol as minus over here. So we are getting here electron, which is having charge as -1. Whatever charge is there on proton, exact opposite charge is there on electron. Mass is very, very less. Actually, mass of electron is so less that it is not accurately determined at a time. It depends upon velocity of electron. If velocity changes, mass of electron is also changes. In general conditions or electron at rest position, we are considering approximate mass of electron as 1/1850 AMU. So in terms of AMU, this mass is 1 upon 1850 AMU, or it is, we can simply consider as 0.3 times 0 and 3 times 5 AMU, approximate. Whereas its number is also considered as Z. Why? Because in any atom, whatever is the number of proton, that is the same number of electrons. So in any atom, number of protons equal to number of electron. I am using word again, any atom. Atom is electrically neutral. It is not possessing any charge, and therefore whatever number of protons are there, that is the same number of electrons are present over here. So we are having number of protons and number of electrons in same in case of any atom. Where is the position of electron? Electrons are never found in nucleus. Electrons are moving around atom, around nucleus. So they are called as extra nuclear electrons. They are wandering in, moving here in orbit and not anywhere wandering. Orbit is fixed path. When electron is traveling in that fixed path, it will follow that fixed path only, it will not fall in the nucleus. Otherwise there is attraction between positive and negative. But because of that fixed path, it is not falling in the nucleus. What is that fixed path? We will discuss afterwards. So these two fundamental particles we discuss. Now third fundamental particle, that is neutron. Neutron is having zero charge. Neutron is having mass for general purpose 1 AMU, but for detailed purpose it is 1.0086 AMU. So neutron is heavier than proton. It is having mass. As compared to electron, it is massive. As compared to electron, it is also massive. And therefore, we are calling another concept. We are denoting this by letter A. This is called as mass number. Or many times we refer this as atomic mass number also. So either mass number or atomic mass number. So here we are having atomic mass number, that is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Because massive particles are only two, that proton and neutron, they are massive particles. So we are having massive particle as proton and neutron. So we are having that. Now, who discovered proton? Who discovered electron and discovery of neutron? Sir J.J. Thomson discovered electron. This is first subatomic particle that was discovered by great scientist Sir J.J. Thomson. Second, he proposed out proton, but proton was discovered by a scientist named as Goldstein in his wrong experiment. But still, wrong conclusion also, but it was proved the presence of positive charge. So proton was discovered by Goldstein, whereas neutron was discovered in much later phase. That was proposed by Rutherford, but practically discovered by scientist named as Chadwick in 1932. So this way, three fundamental particle or a subatomic particle we discuss: electron, proton and neutron. Neutrons are having no charge, protons are positive charge, electrons negative charge. Where is position of proton and neutron? So proton and neutron togetherly are there in the nucleus, whereas electrons are revolving around it. So this is the atomic structure or atomic model we have.